Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of EU4 as the noise. In previous episode we were mostly just consolidating stuff in here. At least we're now making money, admittedly very tiny bit of money, but that is helping. We got a bit of state maintenance actually. Suppose once we've done that, I don't suppose we actually need this development stuff anymore, so we can stop that edict. That's actually going to improve our income a bit further. Oh, we do also still have an advisor in here, but that's... Actually, would there be... No, there's no... That much better. I mean, the land maintenance modifier, that's not actually a bad one. You know what, we're going to hire this advisor and... Oh, but that's reduced cost, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So we are actually going to hold on to that one instead. Probably should not have hired this one. I mean, we can fire them at some point. Now we're losing a bit of coin. Not massive amounts, though, so we can probably keep this going for a little bit longer. And actually, we're not that far off from being able to do the raiding again. Now, the question is, of course, do we... Well, it's only... If we do raid the Ottomans, it's only -10 that we gain from there. Because we've been raiding them over time quite frequently. So the Byzantines had a bit of rebellion in Byzantium. So their manpower, or the army... Oh, decadence. Oh, dear. Well, there goes a bit of stability. That's rather unfortunate. So now it's only 1.8 for the missionary strength. We'll get a little bit of these points. Once we start risking bankruptcy, I think that is when we're going to end the... Or fire the advisor, I guess. Of course, if we do manage to get a little bit of raiding done, then it should be fine. I mean, when is the modified done? It's December? So in about a year, we can do the raiding. Ooh, there we go, converted. So that's a bit more closure loyalty. Oh, and Athens, so that's a bit more papal influence. We can start converting, I suppose, Corinth will be the next one. And we can probably now see some land, actually. So let's do that. So we've got plenty of area here. So let's go ahead and add in the monthly admin power. There we go. That way we are going to be able to get the first idea group very shortly. And I think the first one that we're going to take is... It's probably not going to be admin tech. Or admin group. It could be military, I suppose. Not necessarily military either. Well, let's think about it. Like, we've got a few options in here. So, the ones that I'm thinking of choosing in here is Divine Ideas. It's probably the first military one. Because it's going to reduce the fire damage received and many other things. Development costs, yearly devotion and all that. So, it's basically going to reduce the unrest, among other things as well, quite nicely. And then other military ideas that we'll take is probably offensive, quality, and naval. Naval mostly because we need to have a very strong fleet here to... have the upper hand against the Ottomans. Plus the fact that getting free naval barrages is going to be really handy. And then in diplomatic ideas, we're probably going to take the trade and maritime. And in admin, we'll take religious and economic, I think. Religious is going to be really handy in doing all the conversions that we need to do. And then, of course, economic itself is just, you know, very handy. Oh, I didn't realize that it changed the inflation reduction from loan repayment. Don't know how long that's been a thing. But that's something that I just noticed for the first time. And you get development for manufacturers as well now. Oh, but yeah, economic ideas is really handy. But yeah, I think the first one is probably going to be either military or diplomatic, just so that we can keep up with the admin. Although, right now, admin is actually the one that is going to be getting the first tech. But if we take the admin ideas first, then we won't be able to get the next idea group anytime soon, because we need to then try to get the ideas there. So it's probably going to be either... Maritime or Divine Ideas. I think Divine Ideas would probably be much better in the long run. We'll take that one, and what we'll do is we'll put in the focus on military right now. Keep that going. We're actually gaining money now. Oh, promising trader. Oh, nice. Oh, because we got the extra production bonus from here, don't we? Yeah, production efficiency and yearly corruption, so we don't need to pay for the corruption reduction anymore. I suppose the production increase wasn't all that much, but at least the other one was pretty handy. So improving relations with Austria, which is hopefully going to allow us to have a potentially very, very strong ally in here. But they're not really interested in that yet. We've got good opinions of them. Oh. Either we kill the... okay, we lose 50 points, we lose 10 prestige, or we kill the advisor that we have over here, which is a fairly decent advisor, admittedly, although there's not really that much unrest, so maybe we could take that hit. Okay, now there's a little bit unrest, but it's not too bad. It's a little bit on roads, but that's hopefully once we get a bit more conversions done. We can improve, or we get devotion a bit higher, although devotion is actually still going downwards. That's not really helpful. We could get another mission in the meanwhile. So Clerton wants the base tax to be 12. Okay, that's not really going to happen. Maria's base manpower 3, that's a possibility. Or we have 20% trade power in Constantinople. I think I'm going to go with Maria getting a bit of extra points here. There we go. There's a bit of loyalty return from there, and I think that might increase the... Oh yeah, we could definitely have a bit larger army by now. Of course, we don't have the money to build it right at this moment. But we're getting a fairly decent money now, we don't need to pay for 2 advisors. Although that does mean that we're not getting a lot of the Diplo or admin points at this point. But we do need to get the mill tech, and then after that we'll start getting the divine ideas slowly but surely. Because that is going to be very, very useful for us. Especially the leader cost minus 10% is also quite nice, and cost of reducing war exhaustion. Morale damage received is minus 10%, so we actually receive less both damages. So that is really good. Especially fighting against a stronger enemy like Ottomans. Oh, actually, we are able to start doing the oh! Right, Crimea is... Oh! Genoa is fighting Crimea and Karaman. Interesting. What are they allied to? Epirus and Lucca. Is Epirus still allied to... Yeah, they're still allied to Papal State as well. I don't want to be fighting Papal State, so if we were to do the war against Genoa instead... So they got Lucca, and then would be Epirus, so that's not too bad. Not going to declare the war right now, I just wanted to check that, but now it's time to send out the fleet to do some tax collecting. A very aggressive tax collection. And we'll also... press some sailors into our ranks. Oh, now we can get the galley combat ability. Excellent. I don't think we have the... Oh, right, it hadn't factored that in yet, but I think the renewed Crusader spirit is probably going to expire fairly shortly. It was useful, yeah, it's 2 years from now, but it was fairly useful in the wars against Byzantium and Athens, I suppose. So it served a purpose. Ooh, there we go, that's a good... Oh, Austria has a great power now. Well, good on them. Go over here and do a bit of raiding, then we'll go to Aegean Sea. I'm surprised that Byzantium is still up. Ottomans are not even fighting a war right now. I mean, they did conquer a decent bit of land over here in the east. And, yeah, our relations could be better. But at least our fleet is... Well, it's only 18 ships, actually. So it's not all that massive. But it is better than nothing. There's 3 more raids that we need to do, and then we can send the fleet back home. We can maybe increase the size a bit further. I'll send it over there, and I suppose... Now, we could increase the amount of transports that we have, but right now I think it's actually going to be better for us to get another 2 galleys at least. Maybe we'll get 1 more transport, so we'll have 6,000 men that we can transport. It's enough to siege down a level 2 fort, at least in theory. So that might be just about enough. Oh, we could do a bit of construction work as well. If we build a church in Rhodes, that would be a decent bit of extra tax income. We'll build that one. We could maybe get a... Oh, we could have increased the harbour over here. Well, we can't do it now. It could have been handy. Corinth is now converting slightly faster. Well, I suppose it's faster than Athens was. So there's that. Not getting the influence all that... Oh, yeah, the papal influence all that quickly, but... Better than nothing. Oh, do the Ottomans... Oh, no, it's minus 44. Yeah, they do want a lot of my provinces, don't they? But at least we got 2 provinces converted now, so if we look at the religious map mode, there's a chance that we'll eventually get some sort of... things in here. Oh, right, the church. Does that increase... No, it increases the tax modifier. It does not increase the missionary thing. I believe there was another thing that would have increased that. Maybe it's one of the future reforms. Or was it the... No, not that one. Oh yeah, it would have been this one, the internal mission. Not going to switch into that. So the next one is going to be the education of the state. So we're going to go with the... Oh, trigger education event for future heirs. Education of the court, so advisor cost, that would be quite nice. Education of missionaries, that's really nice as well. Mine's 50% missionary maintenance cost. And education of the people, idea costs, institutions spread in through faith provinces, that would be quite handy. I think we're going to go with the education of the missionaries though. We don't have the points for it yet, but we're at least working on it. And now we're getting about half a takas per month of income. So it's not a lot, but it is an improvement to what we had before. Actually, that reminds me, we should probably get another unit of infantry in here. increase the army size a bit further. So we've got 10,000 men right now, which is not a lot, especially compared to Ottomans, which have probably about 41,000. So it's about a 4 to 1 at this stage. And they got some allies. We do have some allies as well, so it might not be just us fighting, luckily. Okay, we've done as much improving with Austria as we can. I'm pretty sure that they will not take the... No, they would not take the alliance offer yet. But we've got... Well, actually, we've got quite a bit of ways to go there. Is there any other... Oh, we're going to get an idea, but no, we want to get the tech first. So Ragusa would be one ally that we could have. But we are already at our max in terms of allies anyway. Oh, there we go. The church is about to be built. Ooh, support the Florentine school. So that's a yearly prestige for 40 years. I think that is actually worth it. Get that prestige up. Because that does improve a lot of things in there. Now, the devotion is actually slowly getting better, I suppose. Oh, and is there... Like, clergy is fairly happy, so that is improving devotion. Nobility is fairly happy. We can't seize land until 2 years from now. We can't get another mission for another 3 years either. Although there might be mission events happening, so there's that. But yeah, we're going to get that for the development costs and yearly devotion, so that would be quite handy. But I think we're going to get the Miltech first, and I suppose we might get the second Miltech after that as well. Before we worry about too much other things. Land tech research useless. Oh, we're going to get rid of the captain. Do we have any better advisors in here? We've got the fort defense. I mean, that's not necessarily bad. I don't want to lose the points. I suppose we are getting the prestige back right now anyway, so we can afford losing a little bit of it. And social mobility. Advisor cost minus 15% for 10 years. It will reduce the loyalty of both nobility and clergy. Not necessarily too far down, but we'll probably reduce the advisor cost then. That's probably not a bad idea, let's be honest. So now it's a 0.8 ducats per month for the maintenance, and we're getting almost as much as a profit now. So, looks like Venetians are having a bit of rebellion issues, as per usual. I do have a claim in Venice. I do wonder... They've got a lot of various allies, so at some point we do need to turn on them. We're not ready to do that quite yet. If we were to use some... Let's actually have a look. Oh, Bohemia would join against us. How much of that is Bohemians? There's 19,000 infantry, and so they've got 25,000 men of the 73,000. So it's about a third of it is Bohemians, and then a large chunk of that is, of course, the Ottomans themselves. I got a lot of claims on them. I could only bring in Venice in, though. The rest of them would not want there. Oh, Naples is in debt right now. Ferrara likes the enemies, apparently. And Cyprus also kind of likes the enemies, I guess. So, at this point, if they attacked me, my only ally would be Venice, and they would probably get seized down by Bohemians. So that's not exactly ideal. On the other hand, if I declare war on Genoa, I could maybe get Epirus out of that, at least. And I would maybe be able to get these islands, of course, as well. But protecting those islands is going to be difficult, although that would give us a bit more coastline provinces, so we would get the defensive bonus in those. Slightly higher. And if our fleet can protect this sea here, which I think it might be able to, especially since we're still increasing the size of it. What is the next buildings that we're going to get? It's the docks, which are going to be quite nice. Ooh, the farm estate. Is that... Hold on a minute. What is the... Oh, it is the farm estate. Okay. Because we got the wine production in here, especially if we look at the... So wine is something that we produce in 3 of our provinces. We produce grain in one and fish in another one. So getting farm estates over here would probably be actually quite profitable. Of course, it's quite expensive to build them. Oh dear, it looks like Byzantium is gone. Well, so much for that one. And Serbia, yeah, Serbia did not join on that one. No surprises there, to be fair. So the next one after that is either going to be me, Epirus, or Genoa. Or they are going to go further east, which is also a possibility. But there we go, we got another province converted. Let's start working on this one. Actually, since we're making a bit of money, I'm going to start drilling the army. It's going to cost us a bit. It's not going to be too expensive. And if we can get a little bit of the professionalism going for the troops, that's probably going to be a good idea, as well as the drill, of course. Like, our professionalism is, well, it's 11% already. I mean, we've hired a few, well, actually, we only hired a fine general, haven't we? So we probably started it a little bit, did we? Or maybe there's some other gain these days. No, I think it's just the drilling. So there we go. We can get our Miltech now, so we can get slightly better troops. I'm probably going to go with the men-at-arms to improve the defensiveness, so we are taking slightly less casualties. We might not inflict as much casualties. But, you know, just trying to avoid as much death as we can initially. I'm also going to get another 2 units of infantry, so we'll have 12,000 men in here. Ooh, clergy condemns a philosopher as a heretic. Oh dear. I'll take the missionary strength, I suppose. We did lose the Cali combat ability bonus that we had now. But at least we started converting a lot of these provinces, so there's 3 of them that are now fully converted. Unfortunately, we can't quite convert our capital yet. It's fairly high development. And, well, I suppose we don't have missionary strength sent either, but I'm pretty sure that even if we did, it would be a bit too time-consuming. Yeah, we need to have at least 2 points of stability to get anywhere with that. Of course, that's partially because we did increase the development a lot. Why is the first idea? So first idea is 25% fort defense. That's actually quite nice of the national ideas. Then it's going to be the manpower recovery speed. We do have +5 discipline already from there, so that's good. Of course, if we go for the possibly religious ideas next. Actually, what does the religious and... Oh, the morale of armies +10%. Actually, that's pretty good. It's not a bad combo at all. Excellent year, more manpower. Okay, I mean, almost our limit there. Oh, is Epirus already being attacked by... Oh yeah, they're already oh, because Byzantium was already annexed. So now they're fighting Genoa, Epirus, and Lucca. So if I wanted to get to Epirus... Oh, right, so they declare war on Genoa, did they? Oh yeah, they want to conquer some of the islands there. So I'm kind of divided in here. I could either join in this already and start fighting against the... Well, technically speaking, if I declare war on Genoa and then go after Epirus, that would allow me to get a little bit more land before the Ottomans get it. Although the Ottomans already have permanent claims on all of this, so that wouldn't really make... Oh yeah, they really hate me now. They want all my provinces. Alright then. And we have been raiding them admittedly, so it's quite possible that we will be stuck in a war very shortly. And Austria would not help us right now, nor would Hungary. Well, I mean, if Hungary was independent, then yes, they might. Papal State will not help us. Castile? Not really. I mean, if we could get their attitude towards me a little bit better, then maybe. I suppose we could start improving relations with them. Got plenty of favors with Venice, so I'm going to go ahead and use some of that. Alright, I need to have a diplomat available, so let's recall that one. We can start improving our trust. I'm going to spend... only 10 favors, actually. Ooh, base production in rows. Well, that's good. How much is the... It's, what, 33 development now? So that's pretty decent. And extra production is always nice. That does increase the trade power that we get from here. Among other things. Of course, now the conversion is going to be even more difficult, but it happens. Oh, now we're losing quite a bit of money, though. And looks like, yeah, all of that is being... Oh, we could get stability. Yes, please. Oh, wait, no, that was the Ottoman fleets there conquering, all winning battles there. It's Naples, well, Naples is one of my allies at least. And Naples has a decent fleet. They're not at war yet, so if I get Venice and Naples to help me, then at least fleet-wise we should be fine. Of course, land troops-wise we're not fine. At this stage, just to be on the safe side, what I might do is I'm actually going to just transport the troops over here into Rhodes. Because that will probably make life a little bit easier. At least they'll be safe for a while there, so they won't immediately get stack wiped. And then we can do some sneaky landings in the rear over here, for example. Well, maybe not that one, but somewhere over here do a landing, then do a landing over here somewhere. Or if they spend a lot of time and effort trying to seize this one, and there's that. Oh, 10 ducats Venice for favors. I guess. I mean, 10 ducats isn't too bad. It's still a decent bit of money, mind you, but it's not too bad. Our income is quite limited anyway. There we go. Our troops are back here. Let's do some more drilling. At least our fleet is fairly sizable, and we can actually increase the size of that even further. I'm just going to get another lightship, actually. Get a little bit more trade power. But we got 12 galleys. We got okay galley combat ability. It's probably not the best though. But I suspect that we're a good admiral. Which, well, it's a 2-shock, 2 maneuver, and all that. So it should be able to do a decent bit of damage on the enemy. As well as if we can get some Venetian and Napoleon, or Neapolitan, I suppose it would be the correct term. Anyway, if we could get these 2 fleets to help us, then we got a chance. Although now they own Constantinople, that's going to be bad for us. Yeah, Ep4 is something that I maybe could have gone for. It's a lot easier said than done, unfortunately. Crimea is still independent. They have no allies. They got a war against Genoa, which, I mean, they siege down a decent bit of things. I don't know if they are being sieged down by Genoese, though. Probably not. So how is the discipline? Is all professionalism is now 13%. I don't know if that's rounded up or if that is actually over 13%. No, it's rounded up. But what we can do in the... Oh, no, actually, we can't do that quite yet. We need to improve the nobility's loyalty a bit further. And then we can seize more land. And then we can maybe get the last one, which I believe is going to be the +1 Diplo point per month. But for that, we need to wait for the mission to be available, which is going to be in September. So not too far off, actually. I wonder, how far would it be to vassalize? Oh, yeah. Not going to happen, vassalize in Cyprus anytime soon. Eventually, yes. But right now, no. Not a chance. But yeah, the Ottomans are going to conquer a lot. Now, admittedly, the Venetians do have a decent army. They've got, what, 28,000? Neapolitans have, 15? That's already 43. And I've got another 2, so that's, 53? Or 55, sorry. So, technically speaking, we do have more troops than they do. It's not by a large margin. I suppose there's also Cyprus, which might be called in, or might not be called in, depending. Ooh, there we go. Our leader got a little bit more... Well, maneuver isn't necessarily the best, but it can be useful, in fact, when we're fighting against stronger enemies who run away. Oh, hello. Oh, them... No, actually, I think they lost that battle, but they were fighting against the Ottoman heavy ship there. But I suppose they were probably getting reinforcements in there soon enough. But now we're getting... Oh, right, let's recall the diplomat from Castile. How's the relations there? I need to be a little bit higher, actually. Who is there? So their rivals are Ottomans, France, and England. If I was to send a... Oh, this is going to be very bad. Let's see. If we were to send a scornful insult, Castile would like us a bit more. Which should, in theory... Wait, how much did it improve relations? Oh, we need to wait for a few days, I guess. Oh, we need to be allied with them. Okay, well, that's a bit harder to do. We're not too far off, though. I'm going to start currying favors with them. Although it's probably going to be very, very slow. Yeah, it is very, very slow. Oh, and there we go. Ep4 is done. So now it's a matter of, can we survive? This is the kind of make and break point of this playthrough. It might be a very short one. I mean, if we fail this one, we'll probably just restart. Problematic relations. We can get army tradition. Yeah, we're just going to spend a bit of money on that. Although that does seem like it's... first of all, I'm going to activate the fort here. But I will then stop the drilling. So that we can save a bit of money on the maintenance. Of units, at least. Well, okay, we're still paying a decent bit. It's not too bad. Well, I could definitely mothball the fleet. I'm not going to do that. Because that's the kind of the... Oh, actually, are we able to get the... Oh, yes, we are able to get the mission now. Let's see. Clergy wants to have a bit higher tax rate, or base tax in roads. Nobility wants us to have more prestige. And bourgeoisie wants to have a treasury without any loans. I guess the clergy option is probably going to be the best, so we'll see some land. And now we can give bourgeoisie the land commerce, or land of commerce. There we go. Now we're getting the monarch points regularly. We're still behind in tech, so we'll probably need to catch up on that as much as possible. Which is, of course, easier said than... Oh, actually, is there anyone that would be willing to buy the... knowledge sharing? No, not really. The ones that could... Or would want it to... well, we can't really sell it to them. Ah, right, the conversion in... southern increase is hopefully done soon. It should be done in... Oh, wow, it's 3.4% per month. So, yeah, that's going to be like within 2 months. By the end of the year, essentially, it's going to be completed. Well, I guess we need to increase the base tax in here. So, let's just go ahead and spend the points. Although, do we... Oh, we don't have it. Okay, let's just go ahead and put the development costs thing in here again. To save us at least a little bit of points. It's not going to be much. I suppose I can't remove that right now. But there we go. That's at least completed. We've got a little bit more ships again. And could we actually increase... No, we can't afford increasing the size of the fleet right now. I mean, English speaking, we probably just about could. Not going to do that, though. Oh, there we go. Conversion completed. So at this point, we can remove the local missionary strength from here, because we converted everything that we can. So remove that one. And our troops over here, we can't increase in size. I do wonder, Poland, do you like me? Not really. Well, let's go ahead and improve relations with you regardless. So, how Hungary owns all of that? Oh, interesting. They don't really have a way to go in there, though. Well, okay, they got a naval way, I guess. We should be getting the government reform soon. How's the... Autonomy is fairly low in here, and it looks like the unrest is going down a lot as well. So that's good. Now we're making pretty good money, and since there's not much unrest or anything like that in the new areas that we have, well, I say new areas, they've been ours for a while now. And we need to wait on another 5 years before we can go raiding. At least we are making money, so there is that. Oh, they're fighting Genoa, and... Oh, right. Yeah, they annexed Ep4, but they're still fighting the war against Genoa. And they can't get the war goal since Crimea still occupies it. Although they might head over here now. At least they got the naval blockade going in there by the looks of it. Or someone does. Oh yeah, now they're landing troops there. Oh, they also occupy Corsica. Right then. Okay, no, I don't think currying favors with Castile is going to work. We've got fairly good relations with Austria. I suppose we could improve relations with Papal States again. Don't think, well, we can improve it a decent bit. At least that is going to allow us to get more influence faster. We do desperately, well, let's just say we do need, we don't necessarily need it desperately. We can get devotion or a new theologian for fairly cheap price. I mean, we've got, I'm actually going to take the theologian. Because that is the unrest motive, or unrest advisor, and we're still going to be making money, and now we're getting more admin points. So that we can catch up with admin tech slightly faster. Now, how is the Ottoman... They got Miltech of 5, so if we can get Miltech 6, that would at least be another consideration for them before they attack me. I'm pretty sure that if I get my allies to help me, the naval game is going to be fine. But of course, they will be able to land in here, probably occupy most of that. Although not all of it. Because if we can get our fleets in here, we can keep these islands clear as well as our islands. And we can blockade a lot of these ports, which is going to be probably a pretty good... oh, sale of titles. No, we're not going to sell titles. Nobility is going to like that, and we're going to add free stability. There we go. Still not quite close enough to start converting our capital. But we're slowly getting there. I mean, how much is that? Oh, now it's exactly a 0. Okay. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. That being said, once we get the government reform, which is really close, actually, we'll just wait for that one. So it's got to be the education of the missionaries. I mean, education of the people, the idea course would be quite nice. Ooh. Simony is definitely a sin. We get a bit of devotion and papal influence. So how much more do we need? Okay, 2 more months and we should be able to get that. So education missionaries. So missionary strength +2 and missionary maintenance cost -50. There we go. Let's get that in. So now we can finally start converting roads. And once that is done, our unity is going to be 100. That's going to be quite nice. And that's going to start improving devotion. I mean, the devotion is actually going up already. But we're going to make it go even faster. But with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you have it already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.